Oh, aloha, everyone. Joshua Hayes at BigWayTrading.com. We'll start it off by just quickly reviewing a few of the swing trades that I have given everyone during these public YouTube video lessons. And in fact, actually, I want to show everybody just as more of a green light is go, red light is slow moment because these are working. And what's actually interesting is that at the time, because I do not normally use Thinkorswim, very interesting point has just been noticed by me. I'm above the tickets indicator, zero line, and I'm green on the time segment volume indicator on the daily chart on all of them. Didn't even realize it at the time. And that's important because at the end of the video lesson, I got 2 new swing trade ideas for you because I'm just not selfish like that. I just love giving you guys gifts. But first, I want to show you what can happen when things work out. So MMYT was the first, I think, swing idea since coming back from my long hiatus. There's this little thing called the Maui wildfire, so I apologize, everyone. Breakout, move higher, look down here. Above the zero line, we're green. MMYT is going, I'll be honest with you guys, after this consolidation right at that pivot area, I would now no longer let this stock go below here. So my final stop on this position is basically break even now. I took profits after this day. I put a sell stop after this day. I have sell stops down here on the position for half currently, and the final half is here. It hasn't exploded higher. It is what it is, but it's still looking good. Another swing trade idea, I actually given this one out 2 different times, ARM. After this day, I told everybody I was putting a buy stop here, and or if I could get a pullback to this pivot level, I have orders down there as well. That never happened. As this went along, it gave me additional buy signals here and here. So at bigwaytrading.com, we had 3 orders on the book here, 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 which allowed me to get a full position in ARM. This day triggered 2 of the buy stops, but it did not, got very lucky, run any of my sell stops. And after this day, I put a sell stop below this low a day. It did not trigger breakout. One more time, something I didn't notice at the time, tickets indicator above zero, TSV green. Green lights are go, red lights are slow. 2 more green lights for go. So ARM is working out. This could technically be a cup with handle breakout long signal for Monday. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Get it for a pullback at 65 and you're good to go. I, on the other hand, since I'm now already long and am now green, I will begin the process of taking some profits. 100% of my profits? No. 50%? No. 10%? Yeah, I'll take in 10%. That'll leave me 90% of the position to trim and trail and work it on the way higher. And then another one that broke out this week that I gave to everybody. There's only been 4. 3 are working. BKNG. When BKNG was creating this cup with handle, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, I gave it out as a trade idea. It was still good to go last week. We broke out this week. Am I long? You better believe it. Got long right above here with a buy stop at Interactive Brokers. And after this day, what did I do? I took a little bit of profits, but it didn't extend much, so I only took like 5%. Buy, sell stop here, final sell stop below the low of this handle. Following Friday, what will I be doing on Monday morning? Because it's extending a little bit more. I'm selling off 10% on Monday morning, and I'll add a trailing sell stop below Friday's low a day. Another thing to notice, when I gave BKNG out as a trade idea, the tickets indicator was at the time below the zero line, but look at time segment volume, green. More importantly, as it was building this handle, you'll notice the tickets indicator stair-stepping higher. If it was building this handle, and if it had red time segment volume, and the tickets indicator was stair-stepping down like here, no, perfect example. Thank you, fate. Here's let's pretend like this is a larger cup, and then this is a handle. Do you notice in this handle, the tickets indicator trending lower, red on the time segment volume, no buy stop to be initiated. But here, you're green, trending up, you're now above the zero line, we are good to go. There is one swing trade idea that is still on the books, URI. I let you guys know a breakout above 505.16 and I am long, and or you can get it with a pullback buy to this pivot level. If you did that, you were triggered in on Friday because once it gets below this level, buy stop goes above this level. So you're in. I'm still doing this high of the day. I do not have a position in URI, but URI, I'm noticing on the time segment volume, we're starting to cross back lower. When we broke out, we were above the 0 and the green line. And we'll review 2 swing trades at the end of the video lesson where one is in confirmation, one is not. All right, guys, for this video lesson, we're just doing the SPY. We're starting off, actually, let's go to the weekly, larger time frame, just so I can show you the tickets indicator across this weekly time frame here. And this is a perfect example, and I can't believe I missed this, but at the same time, I'm not shocked because the tickets indicator was trending lower. But I'm now, just now, noticing that this worked. And here's a perfect example of the tickets indicator working. Golly, another amazing example. So on the SPY weekly, we've been below the 50 this entire time. We got back above it, went below it, we're back above it. The tickets indicator finally crosses the 0 line. Look at it dip below the 50 SMA. Tickets barely. If this tickets indicator at the time of this down cross here was up here, or up here, automatic long, especially with it, already coming from a stair-stepping higher level. So it would have been a really good one. But just to let you know for next time, I never even saw this. Amazing. 1 leg down, 2 leg down, 3 leg down, reclaim of the 50 SMA with the tickets indicator below 0. When it closes below that 50 SMA on the weekly time frame, your buy stop goes above 419.15. I can't believe I missed this one, guys. Look at that massive move. I bring that up because that's what I'm waiting for on the daily. I wish it wasn't the case this time around, but it was. It was the case of the tail wagging the dog. Now back here, when you're starting to trend higher, the tickets indicators above the 0 line, you can see what happens when everything is aligned. 50 above the 200, price dips below the 50, buy stop above the 50, tickets indicator above 0, TSV green. Any surprise that that was the leg that worked? So on this time around, 1, 2, 3 legs down, Bollinger Bands. A technique using the percent Bollinger Band is about the only thing I see that could have alerted you that you take this long on this hammer candle. Of course, I got my tickets indicator on the weekly. Boy, I should have been paying attention, huh? But you'll see here, whenever we cross the 50 SMA, the 50 SMA is down, tickets indicator is 0, but it is stair-stepping up, and the TSV is green. Maybe I can work with that moving forward. But for now that that 50 SMA is up, next week and the week after is slightly bearish seasonality before the really bullish seasonality until the end of the year really kicks in on December 21st. So from now until December 21st, we have minor bearish seasonality. I would love, love, love to see the SPY pull, get below the 50, and look at how strong the tickets indicator is now. It's well above the 0 line. I don't see it weakening enough. So if there's any pullback below the 50 SMA, all of my long-term portfolios that have cash. One of my retirement accounts is basically fully long again. I believe I can only do 4 more purchases and then that'll be fully long. But I have other long-term accounts that are waiting to go, and a reclaim of this uptrending 50 SMA would be good to go. Boy, that weekly, I can't believe I missed that. Shocking, but wow. We learned a lot actually in this video lesson, or at least I did, because I tell you what, right here, even though the tickets indicator is barely above 0, just shows you the power of the buy stop. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So on the hourly, which is what we'll end this one on, ever since it, so right here on the SPY, on the hourly, you reclaim the 50, and right here, price gets above the 0 line. But once again, you'll notice that stair stepping going into over the 50 with the TSV green. Maybe I can start working with this for these late signals. But what you wanted to see here, once the tickets indicator went above 0 and you were well extended from the 50, a dip, a regular pullback, and a reclaim of that high of the day of that candle, that's above that zero line, that would have been a long signal, and I would have gotten long SPY. That never happened. Now, since November 20th, I do believe, right? November 14th, or actually it's the 20th. So the 15th. Sorry, I have to look at the dates up at the upper left. We have been slowly creeping higher, but my indicator has stair-stepped lower and is now below the zero line. There's a minor stair-step up, but we're above the 50 with the tickets indicator below zero, and per the rules, you're not supposed to be above the 50 when this indicator is below zero. So with bearish seasonality coming into effect next week, I would expect a pullback, but I got to let everybody know I am a buyer. Even though this market has kind of run without me at this last little leg, if you can call this a run, we've been getting long stocks like ARM, BKNG, MMYT, and having buy stops on URI. And here's two more ideas for the week coming up. All right, so the first one is my favorite, or was until NVIDIA took the crown last year. This has been my favorite long-term portfolio stock for God knows how long. So I'm very, very long AVGO, my long-term portfolios. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I day trade. Every day I give out an official day trade alert, and every day, if that alert parameter is hit, I take the trade. I post the screenshot of my entry and exit on every single day trade that I make. Not only do I do that, we have these swing trades. This was my bread and butter until day trading became way more lucrative with all the explosive price moves happening intraday now instead of over a period of time. But besides that, the swing trades, we also have the position trades, which are my basically canned slim quality stocks like Now, CRM, NVIDIA, Meta, that Amazon that I hold for big uptrend leg swings, big position ideas. Then I have my long-term portfolios, where anytime I add to my long-term positions, which have anywhere from 5-year to 20-year holds, I let everybody know. And there's one portfolio that I piecemeal a new stock into it every 2 weeks, or I add a stock into it every 2 weeks, just in case it's a runaway market and I never ever get a pullback. And I will remind everybody, SPY 350 was my bottom call at the beginning of 2022. SPY 350 was my load level with a close below SPY 350. We never fucking closed below SPY 350. Intraday, we hit 348. We never closed below SPY 350. So that has fucked everything up on my end on the long-term portfolio side. So I've had to piecemeal into it, and I've had to use this tickets indicator to get long. So things have been very wonky, including this last leg of this move higher, just like last year during the summer when I didn't understand the last leg higher, and then we had the big yank. Oh, it all makes sense now. So it's that kind of market. So just to let you know, at Big Wave Trading, we have tons of different methodologies that we employ whenever we need to, whenever it's what's working. It's a QT market right now, guys. We're not getting explosive, easy, quick, simple moves. We have a QT tape, but it's still uptrending, very strong economy. So AVGO, I have a candle over candle on an uptrending 50 SMA on heavier above average volume. I have the tickets indicator above zero. It is trending lower, but you'll notice the time segment volume is below the zero line. So I'm a slow breaks here. I'm good to go here, but I am trending into it. But what this does is it allows you to get long a large position, risking just to this low. Now, you can calculate your size depending on your risk level, your risk tolerance to this low. If depending on what the percentage is here, depends on how much you want to put into the trade. No two traders are alike, but that's your idea here. But in a really strong QE market where I'm lined up across the board, a monthly time segment volume is green on all 4 indices. Everything I touch is working like 20% and freaking like 3, 4, 5 days or whatever. I'm loading the boat on this one. But in this tape, no, I'm going to calculate my size and risk accordingly. Also, if this was a really weak market, I might calculate my size and risk to this low. In a super strong market, this low. In a middle market, maybe I'll risk to this low, but calculate my size to this gap up area or this low. It's up to you. I'm going to be here and here for this AVGO trade. And the last idea is SNOW, per the buy stop plan like I gave on Priceline. If SNO, this is also in the long-term portfolio, by the way, SNOW, if this thing can consolidate sideways, break out above this high, look at the tickets indicator, look at the time segment volume. We're aligned. We're completely aligned. But we are so extended from the 50 SMA. I would love to see this handle go for another 1 to 2 more weeks, then break out above this high. But either way, even if we do break out above this high, with that 50 and 200 so far away, it's not going to be clean. It's not going to be simple. It's not going to be easy. Think of this breakout. 50, 200 far away. Didn't really go anywhere, did it? And we were basically above the zero on TSV, and we were green here. Now, granted, this is a sloppy and loose pattern, but technically, this is sloppy, this is loose, and that handle isn't long enough, and it's wedging higher. So everything about snow is improper for now, but I've got green lights or go, and this market is really rewarding breakouts currently, and these mega cap, big cap, high quality names. Think CRM, think NOW, think Meta, think NVIDIA. This is where my focus continues to be until we're back into a QE market. All right, everybody, AVGO and snow are your two ideas for the upcoming trading week. Expect a market pullback due to slightly bearish seasonality. Seasonality beat the overbought conditions in the past 2.5 weeks, but now I'm expecting seasonality to lose or beat. Seasonality was beat at the overbought conditions in early December. I'm expecting seasonality to confirm the minor weakening that we're seeing in the time segment volume on the SPY during the next 2 weeks.